Good morning, good afternoon, depending on where you are watching from. This is .Nation News with Raf Tresvant. It is obvious that today, the southeastern region of Nigeria, everybody is observing sit at home order today. Why? Something must have culminated to that. We are seeing no shadow of doubt about the fact that today's compliance will be so imminent that the whole southeastern Nigeria, former southeast, including with the inclusion of Benue State, Plateau State, Bayelsa State, Rivers State, Akwa Ibom State, Cross River State, Anambra State, Imo State, and all the core southeastern states, there should be no movement today. It's a very day that we commemorate the Biafra emancipation date. That was when Emeka Ojukwu announced the emancipation, commencement of Federal Republic of Biafra in 1967. And there is a more or less reason why every 30th May, both Igbos in diaspora, Igbos at home, everybody is observing Biafran Day. Today is the D-date, the D-Day, the much awaited day, 30th May 2025. The compliance today is going to check everybody, both Igbos in diaspora and Igbos at home. Everybody is sitting at home today just to mourn our departed heroes. Well, it is so, famous, a famous celebration. The Igbos are not going to be drifting into silence anymore. A remembrance day, date, whereby the whole Igbo are celebrating their fallen loved one. Many were killed, maimed, and unalived in 1967, 66, 66, 67, 68, 69, and 70 civil war that actually annihilated over 5 million Igbos. It is still a history that Britain, United Kingdom should be burying their face in shame over a war inspected, vigilated outrightly by the British, supremacists in the mid-60s. They were the journalists, the British tabloid under the supervision of BBC, supervised the war themselves. The reporters we have in this part of the world were all Englishmen. I could remember Ojukwu's best friend, Frederick Forsyth, the author of Chukwuemeka, my friend. Emeka, my friend. He authors the book. He's still alive. He is in his 90s. I think getting to 100 now. Frederick Forsyth. He is the author of The Making of an African Legend. A book he actually, described the British Labour government then as a brutal, regime and ruthless regime that actually orchestrated the genocide, of 1967, which the author said it is the bloodiest genocide in the history of Africa. I think Sudan just fought a very long-term war in the 90s, but none was as bloody as Biafra Nigerian Civil War. Biafran War was the bloodiest in history, to the level that we just fought that 6-month war. The whole world, the Russians, the British, all the tribes, the Egyptians, the whole tribes in Nigeria was against Igbo man. The Egyptians, the Chadians, Cameroonians, the Russians, the British, and all the Nigerian allies. They contributed both human and resources, material resources, human resources, to make sure that Igbo race was erased. But glory be to God Almighty, here we are today. We are remembering our loved ones that were killed, our brothers, our sisters, our nieces, our nephews, our mothers and fathers, even uncles. During the war of 1967, many were died, killed, many were killed, by the pogrom that lasted for 36 months. That's 3 good years, unstopped. Yes. Nigerian nation is burying their face in shame over a war that brought that kind of unpopularity, infamousness, to Nigerian nation. A country that is divided yet are smiling in unity, pretending we are integrated. We are thoroughly disunited. We are not united. Because of course we are seeing what is happening currently. Reasons why the Igbos are sitting at home today is that divided we must move forward and make progress, while united we keep on drifting into oblivion of economic, let me say, economic excruciating situation. Nigerian nation is not meant to be one. We are here together to divide. Minus division, I don't think we are going anywhere. Look, don't ever think that Nigeria is among the developing nation or developing countries. No. Nigeria is among the country that is going down, shifting downward to the abyss. I believe that we are currently facing war, attack of religious bigotry. As a result of tribal antagonism that caused the war of 1967, Igbo nation has been neglected, looked down on, marginalized and over-exploited by the, Nigerian political leadership that excluded the Southeasterners for how many years? Let me say 55 years. Now, the Igbos has been excluded from the political leadership of the country. And I'm telling you that connotes more or less the reasons why the Igbos are sitting at home today. Today is the D-Day, 30th May. Comfort May, it is a hero day, Biafran day. Sit at home, it is not Igbo day. Igbo day as suggested by NSA, National Security Advisor of this present administration, Mr. Nuhu Ribadu. Nuhu Ribadu is barking like a dog. He is feeling pain for my own headache and my stomach ache. It is not his concern. He should stay silent, live in solitude of hardship of the current regime of Bola Ahmed Tinubu. Nuhu Ribadu's suggestion has actually indicated how aggressive, how hostile the Fulani nationality still remains, nursing their hearts against the Igbo man. Renaming or changing the narrative of 30th May has actually cast out the kind of spirit the Fulani, hegemonies are at least nursing against the Igbo man currently. This was a country, a nation that actually migrated. This was just a tribe that actually migrated from the Futajelo Highland, the Senegambia of the Sahel country, Africa, from 18th century till date. They are visitors in Nigeria. Originally, they are not Nigerians, but out of hostility and cruelty, even hatred of the highest order, they sat on the houses for over 300 years now. They are the emirs, they are the Sadwanas, they are the king, everywhere the imams and alfas in the north, bringing down their Hausa host, down to the mud with no one to care. It's because the Hausas are very subtle, they are very hospitable people, they allow strangers, they embrace sojourners, which is the reason why the Fulanis, concentrated marginalization and exploitation of the Hausa nation. And today, they are everywhere in the political system, political leadership of the country. The Fulani still dominates. They are the generals, they are the governors in the north. Every public position in the northern region of Nigeria are occupied by the Fulani hegemony. They are there because they are too astute. They are people that look at the advantage and take it by force or grab it, with such dynamism it might be, political or otherwise. So, which is why the Hausas are, into endless sleep of silence today. Nobody from Hausa extraction originally has ever become governor in the northern Nigeria. Do your research and come back to me. Nobody from original Hausa tribe has ever become Nigerian president. I think you can do your feasibility study and get back to me. All the exalted position in the north in the past and the present are occupied. We are occupied, yes, by the Fulanis, not the Hausas. The Fulanis are astute politicians, very dogged politicians, easily to grab what is beneficial to them. not the Hausas. The original Hausas are chased into agricultural, cultivation, farming, occupation. That is the position of this nation. You can see original Hausa man, that is descended from the northern region. The Fulanis occupied everywhere in the political positions, public agencies in the northeast, northwest, corner, abandoned their Hausa counterpart, looking down on them, bringing them down to the mud. They have been serving the Fulanis in various categories. They are the bodyguards, the royal guards in the palaces of the emirs and the Saduanas in Sokoto and Kano State, thereby bringing themselves to this kind of unequal servility or servitude in the north. In fact, they are slaves, generally to say, to the Fulanis. They are all slaves, errand boys, politically, socially, and otherwise. They've never been able to get into that high position. Yes, in the history of northern region. They are all servants. They are all farmers. They are into peasant farming, not even commercial farming. They embark on this subsistence kind of agriculture to take care of their various families, while their Fulani counterparts are the one controlling the economy of that region. They are in the high positions, seeing the Hausas subjugated the Hausas in the past and the present to all menial jobs, ranging from cobblers, tailoring, small scale, shoemaking industries are the Hausas. They are laborers, unskilled one, all over north. Even I doubt if we actually have the Hausas in large numbers that are into academics. None of them. Fulani has virtually taken over the whole position. Good to say that what is happening currently was actually as a result of the war of 1960s. The wars that raged against the Igbo man. The war that was fought by other Nigerian tribes against a tribe that did not commit any culpable, dangerous crime. The Igbos are not culpable of the coup of 1966, but they were accused by the British Broadcasting Corporation, BBC, that it was, it is actually indeed a hate story, a tribal antagonism of the highest order. In fact, the oil war. The war fought of mid-60s was as a result of the crude oil. Exploration of Niger Delta, oil exploration. That was what brought about the war. The war was who will be, in dominance over the oil-rich Niger Delta of Nigeria. That's why the war just broke out immediately after the coup. A coup that was actually stopped, halted abruptly by a man from the same Igbo extraction, was neglected. Though, after he was killed, Aguironsi was killed after quelling or stopping the coup that was accused of his kinsmen, being carried out. But it was obvious that it was Igbos were 3 in that coup. The Hausas up to 10, the Yorubas, I think they were 7 in number, and other ethnicities in Nigeria. But BBC, out of hatred against Igbo man, the BBC announced that the coup was largely of officers from Igbo extraction. That was how the pogrom, the mutiny, and the killings of the Igbos actually escalated in 1966 nationwide, across the nation. People from Igbo extraction were killed in Atadamawa axis, Gongola, the former Gongola state, everywhere in Kano state, the Sabongeri, the Sokoto Caliphate, everywhere in Borno state. The Igbos were maimed and killed in their large number before escalation of the actual war. Today we are sitting at home as a remembrance of Biafran Day. Biafran nation must be remembered. We don't need to at least turn our back, ignoring the history that our dear brothers, made us proud. The Ojukos, the Kaduna Nzogos, the Onwa Tuegus, the Archiboks and Achuzias, the Ifajunas themselves, they were great. The Pisiokoyas and many, many more. They tried and they fought for us. They fought for us to live. They actually died for us to live today. Their deaths is the reason why we are alive. God used them to sacrifice for our life, for our various families, for sustenance and well-being of the Igbos today. The heroes we are remembering today went to their early graves. How could we forget those who captured us, our captors that actually made life very difficult for us? Food blockade at the axis of Bight of Biafra. No exit, no entrance. Because Awolowo's policy was to block where food we are coming into Biafra land, so that war, hunger will be used against the Biafrans. And actually that policy succeeded. I will try for giving go on that kind of suggestion. But today, where is Obafemi Awolowo? Who are hungry today in Nigeria? Who are dying of starvation and the poverty? I think that is actually how God of the Jews works. Today, the Igbos, the poverty rate in Igbo land is too low. Less than 5% of the Igbos are poor. While today we are seeing 95.999 Igbos, redolent in joy of wealth and the prosperity. They are not poor. They are producers. They are into industry. The most industrialized region of Nigeria is southeastern Nigeria. Do your feasibility study and come and tell me who are the producers today, who are into production today, who are into great lucrative entrepreneurship today in Nigeria. The entrepreneurs are the Igbos, into banking industry, oil, industrialization as in manufacturing. They are the Igbos, good administrative, good marketers. The people that are boasting of administrative, they are the ones that are siphoning money from various offices, both public and private, in Nigeria today. They can never manage. They lack maintenance and management culture because they are into spending thrift as a result of laziness. We are sitting back home today to celebrate the Republic of Biafra. Emancipation of Biafra, 30th May 1967, as announced by Chukwuemeka Odumegwu, still connotes many reasons why the Igbos are sitting back at home today to celebrate Biafran Day. It is not Igbo Day as suggested by Nuhu Ribadu, the former EFCC chairman. No, Nuhu Ribadu, it is Biafran Day. It is Biafran Day. In Biafra we trust, in Biafra we live. We are Biafrans, the people of the eastern Nigeria. We believe strongly on Biafra ideology. That's what we stand for. My name is Teriment Tresvant. And remember that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's case has not finished. The Federal High Court, Abuja Appeal Court has actually put it on hold until Nigeria is well prepared to come out with concrete evidence against an innocent man that was abducted extrajudicially from Nairobi, Kenya into Nigeria. Kanu was not arrested. He was kidnapped, blindfolded, flew into Nigerian contraption. A country that is built on illegality. A country that is built on embezzlement, corruption, bribery, all manners of illegalities going on in this country. Political vices. I'm telling you, we must not remain silent. We are the Igbos. We have risen up to stand on our feet to fight our common enemies. What is that? Exploitation and marginalization in the Nigerian nation. They don't want us to stay with them yet, to take part on the political leadership of the country. They said no. Why are we here? That still remain the questions. Subscribe from my YouTube channel, .Nation News channel. I need your subscription. Subscribe, like, share to your contacts. Help me to share to all your contacts. That is what is going to make .Nation channel more popular. I want it to explode into internet popularity, social media popularity. That is when I will be happy with you, my viewers. Thank you, my esteemed, highly honored and respected viewers.